Hi, so if you are looking for new ways to save money in this new year of 2022 that we are starting, then this video is for you. So I have 10 points, 10 ways that you can save money easily. These ways are practical, and I have a bonus point at the end of the video, so make sure you keep watching till the end. In this new year, everybody's trying to save money. You know, it is so hard to get money in the first place. So you are either trying to grow the money that you already have, or at least save the money that you have made so far. So this is what this video is gonna help you do: save money. These are the ways that I have personally tried to use, and it has helped me save money. And there are also some ways in this video that I'm going to be trying in this new year. So I found them so helpful, and I want to try using them. So it might be a good opportunity for you to try these ways and just see if they work for you. The number one way that you could save money is by educating yourself. Yes, if you go get educated, you might not think that you're saving money, but you are actually are. And one of this is like watching videos like this, going on YouTube, seeing ways that people recommend, ways that people use to save money, reading books, and going to your bank to actually ask. If you use banks, just go to your bank and ask your options, ask the options that you have that can help you save money. And this is something that I did when I was trying to save money, because it was just hard for me to actually control myself. So I had to go to the bank and ask what are the ways, what are the options for me out there. So I suggest you get educated, you educate yourself through videos, through books, any other way that you can use to make sure that you get your hands on the necessary information that can help you save money. It is a good chance. It is a good thing to do. The number two way is opening a tax-free savings account. Yes, when you go to the bank and you ask, you're most likely going to learn about a tax-free savings account. This is how I got to know it, and I started. I opened a tax-free savings account right away. So the reason why I got interested with this tax-free savings account, it restricted me. So for me, before I moved to Canada, I used to save money in cash. I didn't really care about having a bank account. I know I had one, but I always used to save money like cash at home. I was so good at that, and I would literally just put it somewhere that I would not go and get it, and that would work for me. When I got here, everything is in the bank. Money was my savings and in my checking account. And the tricky part was that each time I could easily, by just like taking my phone, I could transfer money back from my savings to my checkings with ease. If I go to the mall, I find something and I don't have money in my checkings, I don't have money to spend, I would just right away transfer money from my savings to my checking, and I'll end up spending more. So even though I had a savings, it wasn't really helping me save. So I needed something that could restrict me from actually accessing that money. So they say that they have a tax-free savings account. With a tax-free savings account, you have a limited amount of money that you can put in there for a period of a year. So you can't save me more than a certain amount. And another thing is that that money in there is not taxed. So your money is gonna get, it's a little bit of interest, um, but it's not going to be deducted. You know, your money is gonna grow a little, but at least you're saving it and you're not being taxed on that money. So it is a good way to start. And how it helped me, as I was saying, was that um, I cannot withdraw money from my tax-free savings account right away. So I made sure that for me to actually access that money, I have to go to the bank, to my branch, and I need 24 hours for that money to be processed. So if I am putting that money in there, if I have $1,000 in there and I want to buy something from the mall, it's not going to be possible. I'm going to be spending that money only on things that I have actually thought of well, that it actually took me from home to go and request that money to be processed, and I have to wait 24 hours. So that means you spend that money really on something that you have thought of it well and it's actually worth it. Another thing about a tax-free savings account is that you choose what contributions you want to make and how frequent you want to make it. So you can choose that by the end of every month, $100 will be taken out of my savings or my checkings, and it will be put in your tax-free savings account. So it can be done automatically, and then you just make sure you have that money in your account, in your savings or your checking. And at the end of the month, at the beginning of the month, whichever date you choose, that money just gets sent to your tax-free savings account, and you don't have to worry about it. And that money just keeps growing till when you really feel like you have a better use for that money. The number 3 point that also helped me really was opening a bank account with a different institution. I know it might be hard, but for me it worked because I'm a student and I get to open those bank accounts for free, or just with a little bit of fees. So that way I really had nothing to lose, and I know I wanted to keep my money separate. It just helped me like stay organized in my mind, knowing that this is my savings and this is what I can spend. So I went to a different institution, I opened another banking account, and that was just specifically for my savings. When I get my paycheck, I would just take, before I spend everything, obviously I'm just gonna take out rent. For me, it's the biggest spending that I have. So I take out rent, and then I take a certain amount of money, it's a percentage, and then I just put it into that different account, and I forget about it. I just leave it. That bank account, I would never uh, work with it. It would not be in my purse. It would just always be home, since I don't really use that money for other expenditures. It's just for me to keep my money, just to save my money and just keep it separate from all other money that I use to spend on different things. Number 4 is having a monthly budget. Yes, this is so hard for me specifically, probably for some other people as well. So this is one of the things that I'm actually going to put an effort on. Sometimes I budget, but then it's not really feasible, or I might not really follow it through. So but it is a great way, and it is something that I'm going to be doing in 2022 by creating a monthly budget. And the tricky part about a budget is that you just don't want to create a budget and just leave it like that. You make that budget and you keep checking it regularly. So on your budget, you have your rent, you have what you spend on entertainment, what you spend on like shopping, on your wants and your needs, and you have to be checking it regularly, let's say weekly, and just see that, oh, for groceries I need to spend $300. How much have I spent so far? Or you could be keeping tabs. There are some planners on Amazon that you can get, and you could be keeping a record of how much you're supposed to spend and how much you have spent so far. And that the good thing about it is that it makes you keep track. It helps you know if you can afford something or you can't. So if you are supposed to spend $400 on a specific thing, let's say on groceries, and you have spent 350 so far, so you're gonna know that, oh, I shouldn't really go to the grocery stores today. I should just use what I really have now, because I have almost spent all the money that I'm supposed to spend. And that way it keeps you know what you can afford at the moment and what you can't afford. So definitely having a monthly budget that you're gonna be updating and also checking on regularly to know if you are allowed to spend anymore, or if you should stop, or if you still have some room, you can go and get something else. So definitely having a budget is going to help you. Number 5 is separating your wants from your needs. Okay, we have things that we can't live without, your needs like your rent or something, and your wants like new outfits, things like that. So you have to separate that. You have to know what it is that you need and what it is that you just want. That way you know what you're allowed to get based on your budget as well, and what you're not allowed to have. On the budget, you really have to separate, your needs and your wants. You can have a separate amount of money in your budget that you're going to spend on your wants, so it can be part of your luxury, like things that you want to have. And that way, honestly, it helps, because you're gonna be like, okay, I think I just have $200 to spend on something that I might like, throughout the month. So that way, if you're, let's say you're going to the mall and you see something, you're like, oh, should I really get this? Maybe I'll find something else that I want. So you regulate the room on like things that you're actually going to get that are not really necessary. And that way, if you have used all the money for your wants, that way if you're gonna see something, even if you like it, you're not going to buy it, because you have already spent all your money for the things that you just want, and you focus on the things that are more important now. Number 6 is replacing the luxury or the want items by just getting that money and putting it in your savings account. So this is how that would work. If let's say there was a party and you feel like you usually get a new outfit, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to have to get a new outfit. I'm going to have to do, let's say, my nails, or to go get my nails done, and for me to attend this party. So what you would do in this situation is taking the money that you, let's say if you're gonna get a $50 worth of dress, you're going to take that $50 and you're gonna put it in your savings right away, and then you're going to go into your wardrobe and find something nice that you can actually reuse, that you can just put on and go to that party. That way, the small amount of money that you could have spent on something, you now get to put that money in your savings, and it adds up. It's going to build. That way you actually realize that you are actually saving. It is a conscious action, so you have to think about it. You have to hold yourself back and be like, oh, do I actually really need this, or I just want it? Can I actually do without? And then you're gonna like look back, like, okay, like before I started this saving journey, would I have bought this thing? If you realize that you could have actually bought it and you could have afforded it, you just take that money and then you put it towards your savings, and you just take something else and replace it that you can actually make home. If it was $20 that you're going to order food on, you just take that $20, you put it in your savings, and you go ahead and go in the kitchen and make something for yourself. That way it is conscious, but then that money is little, but it's going to build up eventually. Number 7 is spending in cash. If you can do it, start spending in cash. Okay, leave your credit cards at home. If you are going to the mall, if you are going to the grocery store, leave your credit cards at home, or most of your cards that you really don't want to use. If it is so hard for you to control your savings, the way you spend, just leave your credit cards at home and go with cash. Okay. Or if you want to use your credit card so that you earn points or you build your credit score, that is really important. I understand that. You can reload your credit card, the money that you're supposed to spend, and you go ahead and you spend that money, that exact money, and you leave the rest at home. So the way how spending with cash is going to help you is that you are going to spend what you cannot spend what you don't have. So if you go to the grocery store with $100, uh, that way you're not gonna you're going to take the things that you actually need, because your budget is limited. You put your limitations upon yourself. There's nobody that is gonna come and control you. You need to find ways that you can control yourself. You can choose to just be using your credit cards on online purchases, and that way you still get to build your credit score. Number 8 is that you have to reuse the things that you have. You don't need a new outfit for every party. You don't need to get your nails done each and every month, um, or day. If you feel like you need it, it's cheaper to actually even like learn how to do it. Simple, if you feel like you can learn how to do something and it'll help you save money, I mean, why not? Go ahead and learn how to do it, but learn how to reuse. If something is not done, is something still in good condition, try and reuse it. There's nothing wrong with repeating clothes. There's nothing wrong with wearing the same thing twice somewhere. We often feel like we need a new outfit to go to a party. We need a new um, outfit if you're gonna meet the same person that we met before. Not really. Just buy things that are more comfortable and that you feel like you can wear them anywhere. So definitely reusing the things that we already have in our house, especially for girls with clothes. I know I'm guilty of that, but sometimes we always get things that we don't need. But definitely reusing things that we already have is important. Number 9 is planning the days and the number of times that we go to do the shopping. So you have to define how many times you need to go to the grocery store in a month or in a week. It can be twice a week. It can be 3 times a month. So that way you know that if you go, you spend 150. You go, you spend 100 each and every visit, and three times a month is $300. That way, you really know how to even like regulate things at home, how to use the things that you have, because you know you're not going to the store anytime soon. So that way, you learn to take care of the things that you're using, and you don't have to spend more money. Not every time that you think, oh, I ran out of this, I have to go to the grocery store. Because when you go to the grocery store, you're not only going to come back with that one thing that you went for, you might as well come back with other things that you didn't really tend to buy. So you have to figure out that if you go for groceries this times a month, you go to buy, let's say, to the mall to buy clothes this times a month, and that way it really helps you to cut out unnecessary visit to the grocery store that will make you spend money unnecessarily as well. Number 10 is that you should not go to online shopping sites without anything specific that you're looking for. I am guilty. I always go there to see what is on sale, to just scroll through, and I end up buying things that I really don't need just because I found that they are on sale or just because I liked it. So it is something I'm gonna work on, and it's something that I would advise anybody to do. Do not just scroll on online shopping sites. Another thing could also be taking out the auto like feel of like your credit cards. Before you check out, the credit cards already like information is already there. You just click and then you go. If you take out that, by the time you are about to check out and it's asking you to go get your credit cards, put in your information, that sometimes that is the time that you actually rethink your decision, if you actually really need to do this, or if it is worth going and getting the credit card and filling out the information. And you might as well end up not getting that item. So only really like go online if you feel like there's something that you're looking for and you can find it there, and go be specific and just go straight uh, and buy the things that you're actually looking for. The more time you spend scrolling, the more you're going to end up getting things that you do not need. So take out autofill. I'm not sure if that's how I would say, but and make sure that you are doing everything manually, so that way it gives you time to actually think if you really need it. Another tip that I can add is what I actually been so from a certain video they were saying that if you go to the mall or you find something that you like, instead of just buying it right away because you think you need it, just take a picture of it. Take a picture of it and then go home. That way it gives you more time to reflect and actually think if you need that thing or if you do not, and you might as well end up not getting it or find something better. Another bonus tip, as I said, is that you should save with a goal to invest. If you're just saving for the sake of saving, then there is no point. You're going to save and end up spending all that money that you actually saved. So my tip is that save towards a certain investment, save towards a certain goal. Maybe it's a trip, towards something that it is more specific and it is more beneficial to you, not just for the sake of saving. Because after you save, you're going to save $100, and then you're going to realize that you actually need a dress, or you need to go buy that new boots, and you spend that $100. So like, I don't see the point. But save towards a specific goal, towards investing into something, because the goal honestly is to grow your money. The goal is growing the money that you already have, not keeping on saving. You understand? Because if you keep on saving, it's because you're keeping on working. You're working, but you should save towards investing, so that your money should now grow and your money should start working for you, instead of you keeping on working for money that you're going to keep on saving. I don't know if it makes sense, but that is all I had to share in this video. If you found this video so helpful, or you like some of the things that I say, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, so that it also get recommended to others who need this type of information. See you in my next video, and thank you so much for watching till the end. Love you.